Well, I think Ordinary Men was birthed through a very long process. I don't think, God knew what He was doing from day one. I always felt like God gave me the opportunity to make good income and create some wealth, but I never felt like that was the end game. I always thought He would want me to shift into a more significant role of ministry. I didn't know what that was. So I finally got to the point that passive income was to a level that I wanted it to be, and it created some margin in my life and some freedom. And so I kind of pulled back from pushing in work, and really I was very empty, and I just remember being bored. I remember questioning what I was doing and why I was doing it, and then questioning God too, because what I really wanted was him to use my life in a significant way with great purpose, and it just wasn't happening. I would try to do things, and it just wasn't fun. I'd volunteer at church. I didn't feel like I was adding much significance and things of that nature. I didn't have a passion for something. So I started praying that God would, change my heart to align with His, and my passions to align with His, and it was a real process. And somewhere along that lines, a guy by the name of Jeremy Duggins gave me a book called Secrets of the Secret Place. What Bob Sorge wrote in that book had a huge impact on my change, and it was all about seeking intimacy with the Lord. And it really shifted my relationship with God from a place of like wanting to do for Him so that I could earn some sort of a merit award, I guess I thought in my mind, or I could earn His approval by doing something for Him, to a relationship-based, intimacy-based relationship where it was not about what I could do for Him, but about how I could get to know Him and how I could draw close to Him in an intimate way. Through that time of intimacy, through that time of growing in the secret place, God started birthing passion in me and a desire just to have more of Him. And so we came to Vel, and we were going to take an extended vacation. But really, I wasn't even focused on trying to do anything purposeful other than just draw close to God, spend time with Him, spend time with my family. Again, I had no intentions of starting anything new, but I just remember watching Hillsong Network, and Joyce Myers was on. What she was saying, and she said, people think that somehow I just started out talking to thousands of people. I just started out on stage with, coliseums of 10,000 people. She said, it never started that way. It started as a Bible study in my church. She said, I just had to be faithful when God called me to lead a Bible study. And if I wouldn't have led a Bible study, I'd never be where I am today. So it wasn't about starting here. And I just felt like that really clicked in my mind. And I felt like in the moment, the Holy Spirit was prodding me to start at the time, which I now call Ordinary Men, not a Bible study, but at the time to start a Bible study. The problem with that was I was in Vail. All my friends are in Virginia. So I'm like, well, how am I going to do a Bible study in Colorado? I don't know anybody here. I'm on vacation. So I send a email out to 11 guys, and 10 of the 11 said yes, they would join what we called an online Bible study.